and welcome to the beginning of our wonderfully trans-centered podcast, TransAtlantic, a TransMasc Experience. I'm your host, Frit, a 33-year-old trans man at the beginning of my transition. I came out about being trans exactly a year ago on the day that this episode comes out. So on March 31st, 2021, that was the date, and I am just about to start on testosterone.
And I'm your other host, Ryan L. Reese, a recently turned 37-year-old queer trans guy who is a year-ish into my transition journey socially, mentally, and now about 4 months on low-dose testosterone. And I came out publicly last year in October 2021, and actually Frit and I shared a moment together on that day where we did a little interview, so it's really cool to be doing this podcast together. Yeah, we both came out relatively recently, and we want to share our transmasculine journey with anyone who desires to listen and watch. Yes, we're on YouTube too. Trans folks, allies, and those wishing to better understand the experience of being transgender will be quite interested in this show.
Each episode will have a theme that's important to us, like how we knew we were trans, gender euphoria with haircuts, and even relationships with those closest to us. We'll talk about these topics and how they relate specifically to our journeys, all bundled up with a huge dose of humour. We like stories and we like to laugh, so you can be sure that these episodes will always be raw, candid, and unscripted. Apart from this episode, which is scripted.
With like a little bit, like a little seasoning thrown in. Yeah, this is scripted, but the rest of it won't be. We just wanted to make sure that we hit the points, people. All right, continuing on with the scripted part. We'll share our unique transition stories with every possible aspect we can think of as it relates to our trans identities, past, present, and future, as well as our hopes for the trans community and beyond. In future episodes, we'd like to also include experiences from the greater transmasculine community and the trans femme community, so make sure to subscribe and follow us to stay connected.
So why this show and why now? Well, we both saw a need for more transmasculine voices to be heard in the world, particularly because we've been searching for them in our own journeys and we've yet to find the variety and diversity that we need. We feel really deeply honoured to be able to share our transition stories with you in the hopes of creating more understanding and better education about this wild and life-changing experience, as well as documenting this early stage of transition for us both. We're just two guys among a vast and varied trans community, but sharing our journeys feels really incredibly important right now.
And because one of us resides in the UK and the other in the US, we saw this as a great opportunity to compare the similarities and differences in trans healthcare in each of our home countries. So when and where can you expect to see and hear this show? Every other week on Wednesdays, or fortnightly if you're in the UK and you know what that means. You'll find us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and wherever else you listen to podcasts, with full video episodes posted to our YouTube channel, TransAtlantic TransMasc. Also, make sure to follow us on Twitter at TransAtMasc. That is TransAtMasc for show updates, community polls, and other trans news and goings-on.
If you've come this far, don't stop now. Man, oh man, come join us in our very first episode, available now.